I love triathlon. I tell people I stumbled into the sport accidentally, and I'm so glad that I did. Triathlon is amazing. It's full of everyone. People of all body types. Competitive athletes, athletes doing it for fun, athletes making a life change, para-triathletes, the young at heart, everyone. I fall somewhere in the middle of doing it for fun and being competitive. I'm not that fast, but I sure put in the work. I spend a lot of time training alone, and one of the things I love about going to the races is seeing everyone else on the triathlon journey. I'm Genki Hagata, and this is my triathlon journey. Just finished my last long Saturday brick workout before the race next weekend, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling the fittest I've been all year. I'm optimistic and looking forward to the race next weekend. Oh, it should be good. I often hear the misconception, and even as a new athlete myself, I thought that tapering for a race meant basically doing nothing, just sitting on the couch with your feet up. Most coaches and athletes these days are on board with the fact that that's not the case, and that you should still be really active, maybe backing off to around 75% of the training load before. That's basically what I'm doing. So as we go into the race this weekend, starting to taper, still had intervals yesterday, finished off today's run with a 10-minute, a little bit faster than race pace, and we'll continue to build on that going into Saturday. As far as tapering goes for swimming, since it's such low impact, I'm on board with the fact that there's no real need to taper. So today was a tough workout, probably about, 85-90% of a normal full swim, finishing off with some max effort sprints. Arms are completely done, but they'll be fine for the race. Day before the race, and for the first time this year, I don't feel rushed. I'll have time to actually read the course maps this time, go over my checklist to make sure I don't forget anything for tomorrow, and I'm feeling good. I've got this one last workout to do to make sure I'm super sharp for tomorrow, and then we'll get everything done. Feeling good about it. Short, fast workouts like that are just enough to keep your body from thinking it's going to be sitting on the couch, but not so much that you're too sore for the race the next day. Continuing our tradition, going to sports basement the day before the race. This time, we've got Laura to wrangle and Kyo. One thing was made really apparent in the last race is that you don't really need that much nutrition for an Olympic distance. I finished just fine by launching all my food off the back, but we like to stock up on it anyways. And since I only ever ride indoors, my bike only gets cleaned and maintained the day before a race. I'm almost done here, I just need to loop the chain. I like to lay everything out all neatly, not only because it looks cool, but because it helps me remember everything. Once it's all laid out neatly, I visualize getting ready in the morning, getting ready for the swim, and then visualize going through T1, getting onto the bike, and then T2, getting ready for the run. Go through that a few times, make sure nothing's missing, and then it all goes into the bag. Morning, race day. Just to make things a little bit trickier, our power's out. So I'm gonna get ready in the dark, and then we'll head off to Oakland. Getting ready in the dark definitely slowed me down a little bit, leaving about 15 minutes later than I wanted to. Let's get to the race. Here we go. Pretty decent parking spot, actually. First time doing the Oakland Triathlon, but feels like a home race. Very familiar with the run course. Other than that, I have no idea what to expect with this race, but should be fun. It's not quite 6 o'clock. Race starts in a little over an hour. Seems like a lot of time, but it's gonna go by really quickly. I got a lot to do.
Look for your team. The open is all full.
Found a spot.
sucks.
What was that?
Someone's tire. This one.
Tire just decided to blow out for no reason. I'm sure there's a reason.
7 a.m. wave start for the challenge athletes and immediately 40 to 16.
Left my race belt at home. Gotta track down some safety pins. Bike is still waiting to get a new tube. I'm running out of time.
Route for the sprint distance is a straight shot. However, you do need to remember that if you're in the water, you have to swim physically out there and then.
Fun news, they changed the tire, and as they were handing me the tire, it exploded. So now I'm waiting for a new tube. We're getting kicked out of transition, running out of time. Oh, getting kicked out of transition, still don't have my bike. Barely made it out of transition before they kicked us out. The bike tire's holding air for now, so we'll see what happens. Gotta find my way to the swim start, and then we'll race. All things considered, the swim went really well. I had a minor issue getting water in my goggles at the beginning, but I quickly got that sorted, and it was no big deal. I've been on a new training plan for the last couple of weeks, and already my confidence has increased a ton. The swim is no longer something I hope to survive, but something I look forward to and is now truly part of the race. The run to transition was a long, third of a mile run that included a 3-story stair climb across the train tracks. And if there's one thing in triathlon that I'm fast at, it's transitions. If they gave out awards for fastest transition times, I'd actually win something. Not today though. I couldn't get out of my wetsuit and I had trouble for the first mile getting my feet into the bike. The first of 2 loops went according to plan. The second loop was going well until mile 17. I put my head down for a couple of seconds to push through a headwind, and the next thing I knew, I was slamming into another bike. I was not talented enough to save it. I was going 20 miles an hour when I collided, and I went down hard. I hurt. Badly. I laid there, still, for what felt like a really long time. Briefly, it crossed my mind to drop out, but then I decided to finish the best I could. I made it back to transition, putting down the fastest 40K bike time all year, including the time spent crashing. T2 came up fast, and I wasn't ready, and I made a mess out of that transition. A mess. By the time I got to the run, I had enough adrenaline to keep me going. My foot was cold and numb for the first 2 miles, which is pretty normal for me. From the crash though, I had pain in my ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, and neck. Eventually, I settled into it and pushed through. Every time I looked at my watch, I was running faster than planned, and by some magic, I PR'd the run. And set a new personal best time for an Olympic distance triathlon.
You fell?
Well, can't say I didn't try really hard. Lift my arm. Now that all the adrenaline's worn off, my entire body hurts. Yeah. As time goes on, I just hurt more and more. Looking at the unofficial time, I was pretty fast, and I'm happy with that. I'm gonna slowly try to pack up and hope this doesn't hurt too much. While the whole family's here, happens to be a farmer's market going on, so we're gonna get some recovery food, and then I'll figure out how to get that bike on the roof. Putting the bike on the roof was painful. It was painful. Ooh, coffee. Come on. Now the hard part of the day is over, unloading. Let's do a recap. Overall, I'm really glad that I didn't give up after the flat tires, after the second flat tire, and then after I crashed. Ended up having a great race. I finished the fastest that I've ever done an Olympic distance triathlon. Big thanks again to Eric from VeloFix for helping me get that tire situation figured out and getting me out on the course in time. Huge thanks to my sister for filming the whole race and coming out really early. Really appreciate that.
We're gonna get ready for your race.
If you made it this far, please hit that like button. And if you're interested in more content like this, following me through races and training, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you'd like to follow along, I vlog every single day on Instagram TV about my training, my upcoming races, and work-life family balance. I'll put a link below. So anyways, thank you for making it this far. I appreciate it. Bye for now. Didn't get a chance to look at it until now, but it really is a cool medal.